Okay, here's the smartstart app. You've got the lock, unlock, the smartstart button there. In the middle is the remote start feature, trunk, and panic. There's alerts down here. If you have the factory, not factory, but the aftermarket security system tied in, it will actually, if your alarm is triggered, it'll give you an alert in here. If your car doesn't start, it'll give an alert in here. So this is the listing of your vehicles. You can have this thing tied in to, as you know, if you have a bunch of different cars that you have Smart Start on, you can tie it into a lot of different vehicles that you have. This GPS button down here is if you have the Smart Start GPS module in your car. It's like an extra $200 or something like that. You can get a GPS location of your car, and if your car's ever stolen, you can track it that way. And in here, you have some settings. You have passcode you can set up, smart park you can set up, user confirmation, different things. You can tie it up to Facebook. You can tell a friend, find a dealer, a parking meter feature. You can set a parking meter, and it'll set a time, and it'll send you a reminder when your meter's about to run out and you need to go put more money in. And also another feature that I really don't know a whole lot about, you can actually tie your certain security systems for your house into this device. You can arm it. It's not really going to do anything right now, but you can arm a while you're here. Who needs keys? Yeah, there you go. You can read that. But anyways, you can tie it into your house. Okay, that was the Smart Start, the Viper Smart Start Android app. I will be showing you, demoing it here in a little bit of the actual vehicle. So stay tuned. Okay, I'm demoing here the Smart Start, the Viper Smart Start Android app. This is on the Droid Bionic. Just gonna show you speeds of how quick it unlocks and locks the vehicle. So I'll unlock it. You can see that blinking light at the top of my car there. That's basically showing that it's locked. It does take up to 8 seconds. I've seen over 3G. It does run over the towers for AT&T, the Smart Start actual module in your car. So as long as you have edge service with the AT&T, in your area, which is most places for AT&T, then your car will be picked up, and you'll be able to send commands to it. So there you saw, it's about 5 seconds to unlock it. Unlocking is about the same over 3G. Wi-Fi does seem to make it start a little quicker. Maybe it shaves off a second or two in my experience. And when I've gotten 4G service, it's basically the same as Wi-Fi. It takes about 3 seconds for it to lock and unlock and for the commands to take place. Alright, so you've got the lock, unlock, panic button. I'm not going to start it. It's the same thing really. You're not going to get a difference. I'm going to show you the actual module here. This is the Viper two-way remote. Got the lock, unlock, it's instant. And this thing's up to, I think it's a mile. I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure it's about a mile radius. On the side here, you have an auxiliary for like a trunk release. Middle here button is to actually start it, and this is just like a function key where you can lock the key fob and do a bunch of other functions that I don't, I haven't really checked into, like valet mode. I'll lock it one more time. So I really like this key fob because it tells you whether or not your car is started. It'll buzz at you if your car didn't start, which is very handy if you're a long ways away from your car. If you are in range with your car and you start it with the Smart Start app, it will send the command and show up on your little key fob here. The battery life on it is pretty good. It's almost a month from my experience. So there's that, and there is actually I'll pull it back up here real quick. There is let's see here. mini USB right here, and right where my thumb is, and that's rechargeable. So we'll see how that holds up. And that was a quick little demo of the Viper smartstart Android app and key fob. Stay tuned for more. Alright, I'm going to cover in this review the Viper smartstart module and application. So I want to start off by saying it's definitely a 5 out of 5. It is pricey, but everything I've ever used with it is problem free, and it works great. I have had a few times where I'll try to unlock or lock the vehicle or start it, and it'll give me an error once, but I don't get continual errors. With technology like this, it's dependent on the cell network, and AT&T isn't the most reliable. So I do run into one issue occasionally, which has happened on very, very limited circumstances. So I don't get continual errors like some of the reviews say on the smartstart app marketplace. I haven't had any issues like that. Pretty much demoed all the features of the smartstart. So if you have any kind of questions on this system, just please let me know. The key fob is works, I believe it's like a mile is the radius, and the only time I actually run into issues starting with that is when I'm deep inside of like the university I'm at, or center of a pretty big structure, which to be expected. The frequency that it runs on, it's pretty hard for anything else to actually work with that. So that's where the smartstart application comes in on your phone, because as long as you have cell phone reception, you won't have any kind of problems unlocking or locking your vehicle or starting it. As I said, you've pretty much seen all the features. If you guys have any other questions, please let me know. I give the smartstart a 5 out of 5. There's just so many possibilities, and they're coming out with smartstart application 3.0 in the coming days, maybe a week. It looks like it should be here within the week, so I'll be doing a review on that once that comes out, and I'll cover all the new features in that app. But right now it's pretty basic, just unlock, lock, trunk if you have that feature, then a panic button. So Nick the Tech Guru here. Stay tuned for more reviews.